Before I start a quick disclaimer. I am not the first to do a video on the sinking of the USS Maine, and there are many videos that cover her sinking and the subsequent war with Spain. I would recommend checking them out. Now with that out of the way, welcome to the Roads Lesser Taken, where I explore history and alternate history. In today's video, I will be exploring the sinking of the USS Maine. Originally ordered in 1896, she was the U.S. Navy's first ship to be named after the state of Maine. Maine and its contemporary battleship Texas were both represented as an advanced two-gun stage Il Leche. Now I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Anyways, and full sailing masts were omitted due to the increased reliability of steam engines. Due to a 9-year construction period, Maine and Texas were obsolete by the time of construction. Far more advanced vessels were either in service or nearing completion that year. Maine was sent to Havana Harbor to protect U.S. interests during the Cuban War of Independence. She exploded and sank on the 9th of February the 15th, 1898, killing 268 sailors. But what caused the explosion, and how did a single disaster ignite a war? Let's explore how that now. Here are the people responsible for that, for the American hatred towards Spain. After the sinking of the U.S. Maine, William Rudolph Hearst and Joseph Pilcher. The immediate fallout was that the papers made sure that Spain was seen as a villain. Then the people started saying, "Remember the Spain, to hell with Spain." The government was initially cautious of the public fueled by the press, but it initially convinced of Spanish culpability and clamoring for war. This created political pressure President McKinley could not ignore, so he ultimately declared war on Spain. In 1898, a first series of inquiries was launched, conducted quickly, based on Ivor reports, and the conclusion was an external source, specifically a submerged mine detonated towards the magazine. Basically, a Spanish mine was to blame for the sinking. Then in 1812, another inquiry was launched. The wreck was raised using a cofferdam, allowing for much larger inspection of the hull. Conclusion agreed with the external blast theory. Finding the bottom plates were bent inward, evidence of a force pushing up into the ship. Result: sabotage was to blame for the Maine's sinking. Then, in in 1974, a final inquiry was launched by the U.S. Navy Admiral Hyman G. Rickover, conducted a modern analysis using a contemporary engineering exercise in the 1911 photographic evidence. Conclusion: an internal explosion was most likely. The cause was likely a spontaneous combustion in the ship's coal bunker A16, adjacent to the main ammunition magazine. As a result, the initial coal fire to blame for the main sinking. Today, the modern consensus is that it was a coal fire. In a coal bunker close to the main magazine caused the main to sink. However, it's still debated by others. People argued that there was no definitive, undisputed evidence that it was a coal fire to blame and not a Spanish mine. But no matter was the cause, the result was still the same. William McKinley was under extreme pressure to declare war on Spain. Uh, He did in April of 1898. The war did not go well for Spain, and when peace was signed, they had to give up significant territory, Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines to the U.S., and they gave Cuba independence under U.S. oversight. After this war, America transitioned from a primarily domestic power to a global power overnight. Now, was the Maine sunk by a Spanish mine, or was it internal sabotage? Nobody can agree for certain, but one thing is certain: the American demilitarization of Spain is due to the sinking of the Maine, which led to war in the first place. The Maine remains an icon of public emotion and media bias. A powerful public emotion and media bias can be in steering a nation towards conflict. What do you believe? Was the Maine an unfortunate accident or a perfect storm of politics and media manipulation? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, this is the Roast Lesser Taken 1930, signing off.